We are live, and this is the second time that we've tried this. And I officially feel like an old lady. And it's probably not even an old lady because I know there's some people older than me that know how to do this. So we recorded a
Girl,
whole entire live as a
35
test.
minutes?
As a test. Listen, this is why we test. And 35 minutes. And then I hit something. Listen,
And it's
you should not
gone.
hit the X. Okay? The
Don't hit
X
the X.
means
Gone. Bye
so
bye.
listen. So before we start
Forever.
talking, right. So before we start talking, welcome to this quick live. My name is Dana. I am with the Freedom Please channel in essenceofme.com. And you'll know me as Essence of Me here. And we are together with Tasha from Quintessentially Me. And we are doing some collaborations and working together. And we are really good friends. And apparently, we do really well on quilting, and I don't do so well on going live on YouTube.
I'm glad it was you first because
Listen,
I already know I'd be struggling.
I was like, oh, maybe it's taking a while to process.
I kept waiting.
Then,
I was like,
and then this
something
morning,
ain't right.
like, well, what, girl? Listen.
Ah,
So with that said, as we just like let it go so we can see how I do. What are you working on today, ma'am?
I am working on block B and I am halfway done with it.
Get the heck out.
Hmm.
Y'all, that's probably why I didn't know what to push because I was talking noise. I was talking noise. I was talking smack. And technology said, uh-huh. Girl, I'm sitting over here. I have this box to do an unboxing. I was about to record an
Mm,
unboxing. So I need to do that later. And I don't know, like, do you have these pins? I bought some of these pins for the magic pins for
magic pins.
because you can they're heat resistant.
Uh-uh.
So you can iron and they don't melt or anything like that.
I hadn't heard about them.
Yeah, they're called
Wait a
they're
minute. Let me
called
see it again.
y'all
Oh, I
we
had heard about them, but no,
y'all
I don't have them.
we are so bad. We are so bad. We are good for dragging each other. So listen. So this is one. Now this is the second one. And I'm gonna ask my question that I asked you in Polo live since we are here.
Good,
And
because I was
then
gonna tell you,
these,
uh-uh. I
girl,
I saw when
this
you asked me about it in was it Polo or X, but I have never seen them.
this is what they
Mm-mm.
look like. Okay, y'all. So I go to I was at a in a quilting class at the quilt festival. And one of the
Oh,
lady
that's
that
where you
was
learned about them.
well, the lady sitting next to me, we had to do. Remember, we were doing the sit down long arms, and we had to prep our because she gave us the quilt block to do. They give you the materials, but uh-oh. Oh, while she's
Okay.
doing that, let me get a caveat. So if anybody watching this, when we do these lives, be prepared for dogs,
Oh,
kids, husbands, and such. These are our real lives, and this is why we normally record stuff while people are gone, sleep in the other. But when we do these, it is liable to happen because we're like you, or some of you that we just got people that live in our households with us. So we just pause and then we keep it pushing. And if a baby come in or you hear somebody knocking, saying I need to see you, we know what's happening. It's not over here. It's okay though, because he my baby too. Okay. But so I'm at the okay. But it's okay. Cause listen, cause that baby be serious. Listen, that baby be serious and he thinks through what he is going to say. And I can't do nothing but respect that. Because he don't just be like, he be like, but I need to see you. Not hear you, see you, put my eyes on you. Okay. So I got something to show you, and I need to show you right now because it can't wait. So the woman next to me, she's putting together her block, and I'm pulling out my pins, like my curved pins. And I saw her doing this, and I because from a distance they looked like wonder clips almost. That's what I thought it was a little bit, but I couldn't see because she was doing like this, and I was like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And she was like, "You've never seen these?" And I was like, "Seeing what?" So she pulls it out. So what it is it's like a safety pin, but it has a groove on the top so that you can
Mm.
literally pinch it like this. And this part opens like a safety
Ooh.
pin, but it doesn't just fall. It almost like it has like a tight hinge in here. Look,
Just like a safety pin.
and so when you get ready to dig it into the thing, you can just hold it, and then the plastic gives you a good grip. And it took forever.
Yeah.
She told me the name, and she said she found them on Amazon, and it took forever. Like I couldn't find them. So come to find out, they are called Wonder Pins, and they're made by Clover. It says open and close with one hand.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I had where did I order those pins from? I think it was Fat Quarter Shop. And it was curved pins, I think. And they had one in nope, that wasn't. It was from the sampler box. And they had some curved pins in there, and they had just one little one. It was a little one, but it had one of them little things on it. And I just thought it was just a little something something.
Girl,
It
they
looks very similar to that, but I never bought any.
it took me a minute to find them, and they're not. Listen, I don't want to listen. I don't be looking for cheap stuff on purpose, but at the same time, we know quilts and stuff can get expensive fast. So they
Mm.
got a little price tag on them. It's only 20 of them
Huh.
in the container, but listen, when she was like, "Here, you can have it," so that you know what it looks like, and so you can find them. And I
Oh wow.
finally found them. So I bought these, and I got these magic pins. Y'all, that means y'all getting a sneak peek because this was a part of an unboxing. But then I got these magic pins because I want to try them with the hexies.
Oh.
So my thinking was it's not that it was 50, but these I thought these was the perfect size or whatever to do the hexies to prep when I pin them by hand. And then I was like, well, if
Yeah.
I pin them by hand and then I hit them with the iron to kind of put those creases in
I
place
hold
because
it.
I don't like glue. That's what I was thinking.
Mm.
I
Wait a
know.
minute. What's the name of these things again?
These are called,
Let me
listen,
just go on
y'all.
and put it in my cart.
Okay. They're called magic pins. And these, it says
Ah.
comfort grip handles, and it comes with a little case. Um, the first time I saw them, is they say they're heat resistant. The first time that I saw these were it was with the woman who made that hexi block where it's like the border and the insert um um template,
Yeah.
that she's the one that originally made it, but I think she's in Australia or overseas, and then she partnered with Missouri Star, and now they do them. But she was the first one. The
Oh.
Daisy and Grace, that's the name. She
Okay.
showed these the first time when I saw
Is the
them the
name
first time.
Taylor Seville?
Yes, it is,
Okay.
and they're called fine
I just wanted to make
fines,
sure.
and they're little, and the tips are look sharp. So yes, I got my little. These are all my things for hand quilting. Um,
Ooh.
yes. And even got some new the little erasable for drawing your designs on your top.
Oh.
Yes. So okay, y'all listen. Y'all, it's linked in my description.
Me Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna show two more things. That's it. So this is this is so for the quilting class. This is for the quilting class. But here's the catch with this. I hope it works with this one because she had another one. And when I went on to Amazon, I was like, because these things dry out fast. So these
Yeah.
are supposed to, when you put them on, you can make it go away with just a mist of water.
Oh, really? Dana, send me the link,
Listen,
please.
I did not do nothing. I did not do nothing.
Just send me the link, please.
I will.
Goodness
I'll send
gracious.
it. Why? Because we getting it in. We are getting it in. We have to have the tools.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord of
Y'all gonna see
mercy.
all this when I do the
Thank
unboxing
God
because
we
it's
are not in
important.
a no buy.
Girl,
Cause I
we are
need this.
not.
I'll be like, ooh, I
Listen,
don't think I'll ever do a no buy again. Not
I
ever.
won't either. I do better at not buying when I'm not doing a no buy than when I.
Exactly. Exactly.
No.
Yeah, just let it pass me by. I'm good. I'm
Well,
good.
so I'm also going to bring up to everyone as we're chatting today. This is a test because, and we're going to go a few more minutes because we are having our first Friday we got quilting with Dana and Tasha on the first Friday of February, which is
February
February
7th.
7th, hmm at 7 p.m. Central to 9 p.m.
Mhm.
Central. So y'all got to translate that. I'm not going to get you confused or mixed up. And we will chat about, well, this first one coming up, we'll be talking about our first collaboration. And then we'll also be working. So block out your time. And as you see, we're both in our sewing spaces or our quilting spaces, and we will be working on whatever we're working on. I'm sure it's going to change from time to time.
Right.
Right. And so I guess since we got a few more minutes, so what made us decide to do a collaboration, Tasha?
I don't know. Because you keep getting me in trouble. Sending me all these links with all these quilts. And then I'm like, ooh, I want to do that one. Ooh. But I send them
Listen,
to you too.
thank you, boy. That honesty. Listen, that honesty, because I'm like, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black. Listen, see what I share. Listen, watch this. I'm about to just go left, but it's okay. When I share, it's because I know you need it. And if you saw me using it, you would say, When was you gonna tell me?
But
What
that's what
kind of
you be
sister
saying to
would I
me.
be?
You
What
didn't tell me about what?
what kind of sister would I be? You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
I, I gotta make sure.
Oh.
Cause let me tell you something. As I was getting some of this stuff, I realized, remember, girl, this is gonna date us a little bit. When we I'm sure you have it too, because I was like, I got a book with motifs for quilting that I have never used. I was like, I'm about to use all this stuff. I'm about to
I
figure it
ain't never
out.
used it.
And I'm like, I got it on my
I got
shelf.
tons of books. Way
So,
back when they used to put them in magazines. I got a ton of magazines.
well, see, I don't keep those. But either way it goes, it's like, so doing the basic class right now, and it's really just to get the edge of nervousness off and
Yeah.
just get it in and just enjoy it too. Because I'm looking forward to it. So since Tasha didn't have a good answer other than Dana made me do it, that's what she said.
Dana made me do it. That's what
I
I was
really
saying.
did.
That's uh,
So listen, so we are sister friends in real life, right? And we talk and we pass links and we show projects and we help each other out. And we end up because the good kind of peer pressure, working on the same projects, and we sort of ping pong on who gets who in trouble first. And so we thought, since both of us are getting in our back into our YouTube groove and we're working on stuff, like why not work on stuff with somebody like that we like hanging out with? And
And
so
also
go ahead. Uh-huh. Come on.
because we like the same patterns, but you like
Right.
scrappy
Yep.
and I don't. And I thought, let's do a collab where you do it your way and I do it my way. And
But
there we go.
quiet as it's kept, it sort of worked out like that, but it sort of didn't. But then it did
Yeah.
on accident. Because at
Hmm.
first we said, okay, because y'all, I love a good scrappy. Tasha says she doesn't, but she's telling herself lies. She just
Oh,
don't like all
Lord.
of them.
I don't
I'm
like all of them. You're right.
listen.
I like
I'm
some of them.
listen.
I'm learning.
Listen. I bet I could tell you the ones you like. I'm gonna tell you the ones Tasha don't like. Tasha don't like small, and she don't like stuff that's crummy because it's too small. But if she
Mm-mm.
has a standard size piece, and if the fabrics are somewhat coordinated, she can tolerate it. Am I right?
Yep. Yep.
See,
Yep. That'd be
so you
me.
don't not. But see me, if she when y'all see my quilt, it looked like somebody threw Crayolas on my quilt,
And let them melt.
and just
There we go.
and wait, and I'm not even a colorful person. I don't know why my quilts always are so colorful.
They
I don't
really
even know.
are.
Very. And I'm
But they're
always like,
beautiful.
they do turn out well. So I have faith in that. But in the middle of it, I'm like, ooh, what was I thinking? I don't know. Keep going.
Wait, not keep going. Not stop. Not wait a minute. Let's just think about this. Keep going.
Because sometimes one of the things about quilting is like part of it is creative, part of it is analytical because you have patterns, you have structure,
Hmm.
you have a certain seam allowance. The reason why you have a certain seam allowance is so things will come together. But then
Yeah.
on the other side, when you're actually in the moment, there's this intuitive instinct that
Yeah.
sort of kicks in, and you're just like, okay, I got to trust my first mind. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, trust my first
Yeah.
mind. And as it's coming together, listen, I have a true wing it mentality. Tasha's better
Ooh.
about following directions. I think I'm
Is
getting
she?
better. Uh,
Only because only because we are doing collaborations.
That is so true. That
That
is
is
so
the
true.
only
And I
reason. Because
still
if
did
we were
something
not doing
different.
collaborations, you'd be like, "Oh, forget it. I'm gonna do this my way." I know you.
I
Am
I
I
don't
lying?
no, you're not. I don't like to be stressed by quilting. This is supposed to be fun.
See,
And so if it gets a
I'm
bit
good.
too much, I'd be like, "Oh, listen, listen. The telltale story is, I go to quilt festival. I'm walking around, and I don't even like walking around because it's so stressful. It's too many options. My
It is
mind
a
doesn't
lot.
know what to look at, and I was like, I'm tripping. I would normally go in with a list, but the classes sort of took my brain juices, and then by the time I got there, it was late. It was overwhelming. So whatever. So I go in, I see this beautiful quilt, and I still think I want to get this quilt. Beautiful quilt. It was so beautiful.
Mhm.
I sent Tasha a picture, the butterfly.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this quilt. And then I look at the price. I was like, ooh, clutches pearls. But I can't stop looking. And then I send a picture to my husband. And I'm thinking he is going to bark about the fact that the price, because it was pricey. And he says, oh, that's beautiful, but you're not going to do that quilt. And I'm like, wait, what? He said, because you don't like following directions. Listen, Tasha, the pile of fabric with that quilt was like this high. They had a
Oh my
whole
gosh.
stinking manual that was spiral bound to be able to do this quilt. And I was like, you are absolutely
No.
correct. Let me get stuck. And I got all that fabric. Girl, I will come out with a
Oh
my
Lord.
my
They
client
wouldn't be
said,
butterflies, they'd be
girl,
dragonflies.
listen,
And
my client said, you gonna come out with an elephant. Listen, I would have a
be like, what?
colorful
You can't, what is this?
went from a butterfly to an elephant. I said, girl, and I will work that elephant. It would be pretty. It would be pretty.
Oh Lord.
So yes,
Very
yes, yes, yes,
colorful.
yes. Very
Very colorful.
yes.
I want to answer your question.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord have mercy. Let me see the clamps from your
Oh,
frame.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Cause
Wait,
apparently
which
I done
one?
packed mine up since I ain't using them. Cause I can't find them.
What clamps?
To go on your bar to
The
hold your fabric on your
Okay,
front bar.
I can't do the ones that's on there because
Is it holding something?
but
Okay.
I have these are the other ones. This is the ones that I
Okay,
use on
yeah.
top of it. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was looking the same. Okay, yeah. Apparently, when I decided I was gonna do the magnets, I packed them up because I can't find 'em. I don't know where they at.
But you don't need
So
it.
they might be in the box in the garage. The magnet.
Yes.
That sucker is very sturdy.
But
And it was, go ahead,
go ahead.
$5, and I'm rounding up, $5 at Harbor Freight. When they put them on sale, it's $1.50.
I think there's a Harbor Freight up the street. Do you think they just got it in a store?
Uh-huh. Oh,
What?
I don't know if they have online shopping. I don't know.
Oh, you went to the
Because I just
actual
went to the
store.
store.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And they have one or two in Houston.
Girl, it's one up the street. Girl, why you gonna have me? You just had to get me in a tool store. Girl, see, exactly. So,
Just saying.
okay, so here was my question.
Hmm.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the question so y'all can hear what she's responding to. And granted, if you watch my vlogs, you are gonna hear because I talked about this. I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask Tasha. So I have a small frame. My frame is, I think, 4.5 feet. It like 4.5 feet. So that means that since it's 4.5 feet, I not only have to move my quilt left to right because I do big quilts, you also got to move it forward, back and forth. And so when I prep my quilt to go on, another thing, so that's the first issue, not an issue, but constraint. The second thing is the fact that when I prep, is how I prep my quilt because there's a clamps on the back rail and there's clamps on the front rail. So you clamp it onto the rail. So my thing was, what I've done before to put them on there was I just straight stitched and sort of almost like stitched in the dish around to sort of stamp it into place, but I haven't pinned, but I didn't really need to because they were
Mm,
small quilts. But for the big ones, because I need to move each way, I was
yeah.
like, I need to go back to what I normally do. Now I normally do safety pins. But I'm concerned that with the safety pins, when I get ready to clamp those clamps on there,
Oh,
you see
it
what I'm
might be
saying?
too much bulk for the safety pins
Well,
being on
no,
there.
no, no, not that. It's the fact that it means I would be running the risk that the like you could pull the safety pin, you could snag the safety pin because you
Yeah.
unpick them, you take the safety pins out of the middle where you're about to quilt,
Right.
but you still got to clamp it on. So unless you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna take all the safety pins off to be able to like I don't know
Right.
how that goes. And I don't know if every time I see other people do it, they just drape it over. But to me, that doesn't make sense of how you're going to keep from having lumps if you have a big quilt. When I have a small one
Yeah.
like this, it doesn't matter because I'm not moving it multiple times to be able to do what I
Right.
need to do. So my solutions in my brain were, or my options to me, I felt like I had three options. One option was to still do the safety pin and
Mm,
maybe figure out where I'm gonna put the middle because I think I got three on the back, so I could just take a few out where I'm gonna put the middle back clamp, drape it over, and then remove the ones, clamp it down. But that would
right.
be like unpinning. The second way I was thinking was instead of doing safety pin basting, was doing sew basting with big
Yeah.
stitches by hand, like when
Yeah.
I'm laying it out. Because I was like, even if
Right.
you put the clamps on it, you don't have to it would just be thread.
Right.
And then the third way was I remembered your magnets. because then it wouldn't be a clamp in the front. I
Right.
maybe would still clamp in the back, maybe.
In the back.
Yeah.
Or you could even do the magnets in the back.
One thing though, I like the clamps.
Do you really?
I do because the clamps help with
I
tension.
don't.
I do. The clamps help with tension. So the way that these clamps are, yours probably are similar. Hold on. They sort of have these
Yep.
grooves.
Yep.
So you can kind of like so it's like you kind of
Exactly.
can, yeah, and I like that.
Exactly like that. Is your bar smooth or does it also have the grooves?
It also has it's square.
Okay, mine has the grooves on the front bar.
See, mine are square. They're square, so when you are sort of turning it, it's just rubbing against it a little bit and
Yeah.
sort of locking into place a little.
So do you have leader cloths on yours or is yours just like free floating? All of it?
You can. I have them, but like right now, I don't need them. The only time the times that I've really used them is when I need to get to like the very top or the very end.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have a lot of like backing or batting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I have used the side ones only a couple times, mainly so that it would stay taut. But what I've done for the practice ones is made it so that haven't really had to use them.
Yeah.
And then I've made my backing and batting long enough to where it extends far enough out to where as long as I pull it good and I just sort of almost make it to where it's almost in the middle so it doesn't go all the way to the end, so it sort of stretches and I sort of
Yeah.
tack it into place. But I haven't had to, but I did buy them when I got the frame.
Okay. Gotcha.
So what
I
says
say
you?
get I say get you a few. And the worst thing could be that they don't work for you and you have to take them back. But these suckers are strong and they hold. So when I had the black fabric that I was practicing on the first time, that's all I had on the front. I floated the fabric that I was using as a top. I floated it, but on the front I held it with this. That sucker did not move,
But your
and it
batting
kept the
and
tension
backing,
really well.
but your batting and backing are sort of wound around the thing, right?
They are, but the way the top floats over, it's still batting in between there where it floats
But your bottom two layers are sort of attached to it though, right? See, mine is all of
to
it's
the.
floating.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's not necessarily
That's what I was wondering.
floating, but so let's say for
Yeah,
example, let's say this is the frame, right? This is the front of the frame, this is the back of the frame, and this is where I'm quilting. You
yeah.
drape it over and then it clamps and you're working in the middle. That's how my
I
frame
think
is.
these might be strong enough to go through that. I really
Really?
do.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
I really, really do.
Cause that would be, I mean,
Because they had two options. So they had a smaller one, and I was like, I don't think that will hold. So I got that. I think these are 18 inches, and they're much stronger than those smaller ones.
mm,
This sucker, like that, yeah.
okay. I think I'm gonna
And
try.
then you have to pull it to get it off.
But see, then do you, and then, well, that won't change the basting, but it may mean that I think I'm gonna try it with maybe try it with the sample quote with the class of just doing a sew basting. Cause I would still need
Oh,
to
okay.
baste it.
You still need to baste it.
I would because my thing is I'm concerned with if you with the shifting left to right and you're doing up and back to make sure that wherever I lay it out that that's where it is. So when
Yeah.
I'm moving one thing, I'm moving everything.
Right.
Now before I didn't have to worry about it because what I did at first is I used my straight stitch juki and I went all the way around and then I did
Mhm.
across some of the main seams just to sort
Yeah.
of kind of just
Keep it
stamp
flat.
everything in place. But that takes a
Yeah.
while.
Uh-huh. And now you can just do all of that on your long arm.
Right, and that's what I was thinking.
So you can still, yeah, still baste it, but just do it on your long arm. I keep forgetting that your frame is different than mine.
Yeah. And the fact, I think the other part too, that's one of the downsides of having a small frame, because even if it was a bigger frame and it it accommodated the full width of it, you
Hmm.
would just be moving it front to back. And you're not
Yeah.
moving it all the directions. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what made me nervous about. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that it takes up a lot of my space. 'Cause I did not want to have to do front to back and left to right movement.
You know, it's not that bad actually. I like it.
I don't want to.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't want
want
to say.
to. I
Here's
don't
my
want
thought.
to.
What it does is it requires me to take breaks and move around. So
Oh
like you
yeah.
go and you do it, and then once you do that, you sort of you got to go, you unclamp, shift it, clamp them back. So it's kind of like you kind of get a little bit of moving around, then you
So you
kind
get
of get back
movement.
in. Yeah.
Yeah,
But now that
I can
is
see that.
better with the true long arm, because with the other one it was just
Oh
a
yeah, no.
pain because I was only quilting like 5 inches.
Literally.
Girl, baby, you talk about
You do her
frustrated.
up and down and be like, okay, that's it.
I was
That's
like,
why I quit with the other one. I was like, I can't. I just this is making me mad. I cannot.
girl, people
It
make
took
it look
the
like
joy out of it.
they make it look like it's so easy. I'm like, girl, that little bitty old throat, you must be working on some tiny quilts, because I think it doesn't help that I make big quilts. I always make big quilts.
Yeah, always.
So it doesn't, so it's like, look, it's just a part of how it goes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the one that should have got a big old frame, but nah, nah, it's all good though. Okay,
Does your
so
machine fit on the Q Zone Queen frame?
yep,
Or do yours have to have the evolution frame?
I think it can go up to the queen. I
Which
think it
one
just,
did you get?
I think I
You have
got
the
girl.
16?
No,
No, you got 19.
19. I have the 19. I think it can go with almost all their frames, because they would have gave me one, girl, air quote gave me one, but I didn't want another frame. I wanted to keep my frame because it fit perfectly in this room.
Oh
Um,
no. Okay, so look, I don't know how I do it, but yours would fit on the Q Zone Queen frame.
yeah, I know. Girl, the woman when I was at Quilt Festival, the one that's on their education videos,
Yeah.
baby, she was she was like, "Oh yeah, you could get it and grow into it." And then she showed me the robotics and all. I was like, "Listen, listen, Linda, listen."
Well, look, if you ever change your mind, I have a Q Zone Queen frame in the garage that has not sold, and you can have it if you ever change your mind.
Well, I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm not gonna say no, but in the back of my mind,
I
but I'm
like that.
not
I'm
gonna
not
say
gonna
it.
say no.
And I'm not because we know how we do. You and I do. We know how we do. Listen, if I get a bigger room, if I just decide to stretch my legs, who knows? But
If you ever decide, it's there. It has been for sale for what, 4 months now, and no
girl,
takers. Oh, now I can't even find out because I ain't on Facebook no more. Ooh.
see, that's because you just gotta save it for me to see what I decide. But
So,
with that said, we're about to. Okay, we got a few. Girl, we don't went all the way up. Okay,
yeah, we
so,
did. We
so I'm
said
a
few minutes.
right. So what I am going to do is I'm almost certain there's one up the street. I'm gonna go and look. And if I don't if I get confused, I'll just call you or leave you a message.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look, and then I think I'm gonna watch a few videos for hand basting.
Hmm.
just to make it just because I so when I put it out on the table, just do it by hand, and then I don't have to worry about the pins, and that means I can prep and set it aside if I need to, and
Yeah.
everything will still be. That's the other part.
Yeah.
So okay, so what are you working on today before we say our goodbyes?
I'm trying to get I'm gonna get block B done on this collab, and let me see block C before I open my mouth.
I told you, stop. Block C is a beast. That's the one you call log cabin techniques.
I'm gonna try to get halfway through block C. That's my goal,
Hmm?
at least
Today?
today. Yeah. And I got it's what is it, 5 o'clock, 5:15? I have at least 3 more hours before I call it done and start getting my stuff ready for church tomorrow. But see, I'm almost done with block B, so
Those are
that's
good.
why I think I can
Those
make it halfway
yeah,
through.
those worked out pretty good. I still got I still need to no, I have the all of block B press. I need to press the um block C, but that's why I pulled out my little
Yeah. Oh, so you're
hmm
doing open, pressing your seams open on all of them, or just block C?
just about everything. I just like it.
I really do too.
I always thought I didn't like it before. I just like it. I like how it lays flat. I like even
Hmm.
though on this one you don't have any matching seams, it's one of those things that if you just get used to doing it, you don't have to think about it. So if you have a moment when they have to match, it won't matter
Right.
because it's smooth. So with what I did with that one is I finger pressed it.
Hmm.
And so now I need to go and do the back. Oh, one more thing I need to ask you. Y'all, I'm so sorry. We are really about to go. So I went on to Amazon because I want some a good recommendation for starch
Oh,
because I am using the best press. I personally think it's just okay. Not for the price. I personally just think it's okay. It's
yeah.
not bad.
It's okay. It's not, yeah.
But when I really want to use it, I want something that's got a little bit more like so
They
I
don't
think I found
have the starch that I use anymore.
which one did you use?
The Stay Flow.
That's the one
And I
that's the one I no, yes they do. That's the one I was gonna buy.
in a
But
can?
no, they had it. No, I wanted the liquid. Yep, they have it. Yep. That's what somebody said in the comments, but that's the one that I found on Amazon. Okay. Because when I bought these Mr. bottles, they have two, one black and one white, and I wanted to put starch in this one and water
Uh-huh.
in this one.
That's what I got.
Okay. So
One is
then
starch and one is water.
but they only have it in a big thing, so it's a 64 ounce.
64 ounce. But
That stuff would last forever.
I'm looking.
I'm gonna send
Amazon
you,
says out of stock.
girl. I'll send you the link.
Hold
It's
on. And it would be somebody knocking on my door.
girl. Listen, Tasha. Sometimes you be going, and I think to myself, girl, I will lose my mind. Let me tell you why. You know, when my kids were younger, people didn't think I had kids. I like quiet.
That's how it is was with my
Yeah,
kids, but these grandkids is a different story,
listen,
baby. It's a whole beast of a different kind
girl.
when it's
If
grand.
it's noise, it better be me. Okay.
It's like they own your world and
See,
theirs too.
that's probably why it's just us and the dog.
uh, okay, so they have individual sellers that are selling it.
Okay, but that just helped me because that's the one that I have in my cart. I feel like I want to do
So
it, especially when I get ready to do what I'm talking about right now, to make sure
yeah,
everything is the way it needs to be. So if I'm hand doing it, and when I get ready to put on the frame, I think it'll just make the whole transition of it easier.
I
Okay.
love my starch though. I,
Y'all, while she is fighting with her phone, we're gonna start wrapping it up. Go ahead, mark your calendar for the first Friday in February, which is February the 7th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have another time zone, please do your own translation because I do not want to confuse you. But when you come, bring your project, bring what you're working on. Because right now we're sitting and chatting because this was supposed to have been a 5 minute test. But when we come back, we will be working on stuff. And I'm gonna ask Tasha, okay, so you're about to work on your things. I am working on, I got the background fabric cut, and now I need to just cut my border from this so that I can sew the border on the Christmas quilt and be done with that.
uh,
And I didn't show you, I got the backing in.
oh really?
Yeah. Girl, them in this
Ooh.
sheet folding fabric.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Girl,
The cream
all
looking color one? Oh no, it's a
this,
different one.
this is the one for the backing.
Ooh,
This is the one I bought
that's
for the backing.
pretty.
hmm And then no, this is the green that they had for the binding.
Oh,
Because this came with the kit. This I bought
right.
separately, but it's one of the fabrics that's inside
The
the
kit.
the
And
yeah. It's on the front.
okay,
It's one of the mugs.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty.
It is. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna be
Maybe by
cutting up
Friday I'll be working on my Christmas quilt.
girl. The fact that we working on Christmas quotes in February.
And so they'll be ready for December.
Girl,
Because we
listen.
sure did start late.
We
How we
did. And
start
I
in December with a Christmas quilt?
cause I thought I was gonna be done.
I did too. I was like,
Girl,
oh, I can do that in 2 weeks. I got it.
that's what I thought too. Girl, we probably be drinking the same Kool-Aid because I thought the same thing. But it's
I was, I could do this. I could do this. Girl, life
girl,
happens. And it's like, oh, really? Just
life
sit
be
down
like that.
somewhere.
Exactly. Several seats. And I
I'm going
tried
to keep
and
looking
girl,
for this starch and send it to you.
I'm gonna send no, I
Um,
have it. I have it in my cart.
oh, you do?
Yeah. That's why when you
Okay.
said it, I was like, oh, that's what the one I was looking at. I just wasn't familiar with it. I haven't used it, but that's the one that based on everything I was looking for in the reviews that I was gonna go with, but I was trying to see what you were gonna say because that one comes in a 64 ounce. It's like you better commit. You got to
It
commit to that.
says Stay Flow liquid starch has been discontinued by Purex, meaning it is no longer being produced and is not readily available for purchase.
And that may be why, but it's still the one that I found is still a reasonable price in comparison to like the other ones that I saw.
I just hope it's the real deal, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it had good reviews, and people said the same thing you
They
said.
said low consumer demand was the cause for stopping it.
Well,
I
shoot,
don't see how, because Quilt is all over the world. That was
that's
my
right.
main thing. Listen,
Yeah.
I got 4 bottles under here, and I would just take the bottle and pour half of it in an empty bottle and fill it up with water. So I got 4 bottles in my cabinet. And I still add just a little bit more water when I put it in my bottle because I still don't like it that thick.
I'll keep you posted. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do
Yes.
because I got all
If you
these tops on the
find
prep.
if you actually get it and let me know. Cause I might need to
Girl, you got 4 bottles.
but
This
still.
this is why you can't do a no buy challenge right here. Pause for the cause. Take a picture. Write it down. This is why. And then you'll blame me. You the one brought up the starch, ma'am. You
You
just
did,
said
you
you had four
did.
bottles. You just said I got four bottles in the cabinet. See, y'all, this is how it happens. This is what happens. How Tasha gets us down these roads. Y'all, my text message when I'm about to get us in trouble said, I think we should do this.
Every time. It starts. Have you seen this?
I think
That's
this is
how it
what we
starts.
are looking for. Did you check this out?
That's
Girl,
how you get me in trouble. That's how it starts. Like
you and
every
then
time
wait,
I see that, I'm
no,
like, yeah, I'm finna be in trouble.
because then you'll say this. I watched that last night. Oh my gosh. We be watching the same thing, getting both of us. Okay, y'all, we are about to get out of here and we're going to see if Dana knows what to click. But I'm going to tell y'all all this. As a reminder, join us on first Friday of February, which is February 7th from 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bring your project, whether you are quilting, sewing, knitting, crocheting, coloring, just sitting back with your feet up, sipping your tea. It's all good. Um, or don't you listen, you might ting ting. And come, come on with it. I'm not gonna stop you. And we will be back to talk about our first collaboration. And we're gonna talk about the pattern and we're gonna talk about I don't know what else. I guess we're gonna talk about our thoughts.
Yep.
Okay.
If we do it again,
If we do
and
it,
if
yeah, stuff
so,
like
is there
that.
anything
Yeah.
we change?
Yeah. And then after that is when you'll see the rollout of what we chose. We're not going to show anything right now, right? Okay, yeah, they'll see it when they watch our videos.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, so with that
Exactly.
said, anything else you want to say before we close out this tester
No,
of
ma'am.
quilting with
That's it.
Dana and
I've
Tasha?
enjoyed this time again.
I
Test
know
one and test two.
too. I know. Maybe we just keep testing until
Yeah. Yeah,
until we
perfection
get it
is what we're
right. It's
aiming for.
listen. I just think it's Dana. Don't click the X. That's all I
Don't
keep
click the
telling.
X.
Don't click the X.
Just wait until you see directions and what it tell you to do. Does it tell you to do anything?
No, it's nothing. It's an X, it's live. Then it's stuff on the side to turn the camera, the mic, the feature. But I think at the bottom where there's an arrow that's like the like maybe like forward, maybe.
What's the oh Lord, I'm gonna click.
Don't you click. Don't see so if your face looks like that look like we're gonna be in trouble. Y'all, this is so I wish this is when you wish you had kids at home.
Oh, that's the chat.
What is?
To the left of the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The little like
That's
that looks
chat.
like a
The
bookmark.
arrow to the right at the bottom of the screen, that's to share the link with
See?
other people.
There's no other buttons on
I
here.
don't know.
Y'all, this is so bad. This is so sad. It sure is.
Mm.
There's only one other button to push, which is the X.
So when you set it up to go live, did it give you the option to save it or
No.
post
Maybe
it
it's it
or
maybe it's in the back. Like if I go into the
mm,
studio on my computer, maybe it's there, just I have to push it or something.
I don't know.
We're
Did you
gonna
see it in your videos?
I, I, no, I didn't but no, but when you look at it from inside the app, it shows only videos that are live. Or that are public or whatever.
And it didn't show where it was there and then you could publish it.
No. But I didn't
Hold
look in
on.
the studio. I didn't look in the
Good
studio.
grief. How we gonna do this? We don't know what we doing,
No,
Jesus.
I'm gonna hit that X because apparently the X is the only thing that I can hit.
If
And
that's all you
then,
can do.
girl, then oh wait, let me see. I don't have my iPad in here. I was like, oh, I wonder if I go like on my iPad, like go to YouTube on and see if I see it on my page. Y'all just gotta bear with us. That's what this is supposed to be in from the beginning. We're
Mm-hmm.
figuring this out so that when we come live on the 7th, it makes sense. I'm gonna go to
How do you
YouTube.
record a local archive as a backup? How do I publish a live stream on YouTube? Start your live stream. At the bottom, tap Add, Start a Q&A. Type the question that you like. That's not what I'm asking you. That's not. How can I save a live as a video?
I think I'm gonna just hit it.
We about to find out.
Because we don't have no
It keeps
choice.
saying something about YouTube archive it, but archives it where?
Well, I don't think we're gonna know until we there is no live page. What are you talking about? Who you sound like? Who you sound like? Okay, y'all, we're gonna figure this out. Because y'all gonna see us on the 7th. And don't forget to visit Tasha at Quintessentially Me. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to her channel. Go to her most recent video and leave a comment and let her know what you are working on. And don't forget to tap the little bell so you get notified when she goes live. And then visit me at Essence of Me. And don't forget to subscribe and comment on my most recent video and hit the little bell so you get notified when I go live or when we post. We are regularly posting, and we are just career women, moms that are um doing what we love to do, and we enjoy sharing it and giving tips and tricks. And Tasha's on a journey to become a professional long armor, and I'm over here just trying to squeeze it in 15 minutes at a time. Okay. What? 15 minutes at a time. So, anything else you want to add before we bounce?
No, ma'am, that's it. I'm good. I'm
Alrighty,
ready for
y'all.
Friday.
Let's go. Alrighty, y'all. Well, have a fantastic day. Y'all, I'm gonna hit this X at the top of the screen. If y'all don't see this, then y'all won't even hear me
We
say
gonna pray.
this. But we gonna listen. Won't he do it?
We
Won't he
gonna
do it?
pray.
Listen. All right. We'll see you guys on the next live with Quilting with Dana and Tasha. All right. Peace. Bye.
Bye.
Your stream will stop immediately, and you and your guests will no longer be live.